Hello all, welcome back. In this video, we are going to learn two more array methods. These are very important and useful. One is every and sum. And sometimes whenever we are using sum, we will get confused. So please practice carefully so that it's going to be very useful. Okay, let's jump into the code. So I have taken some marks details, six subject marks details are there. So in some situations, okay, we need to check whether we got pass marks in all the subjects or not, or whether we got the distinction marks in all the subjects. So in that situation, every is going to be very useful, so that it is going to execute that callback function on each and every item, and it will check the result. If all the items pass the test, then only it will return the true. Okay, just remember. So what it will do, it will check, it will execute the callback function on each and every item, whether he got the pass marks or not. If it passed in all the times, then only it will give a true or false. So this every and sum will return true or false. It is not going to return array item. So it is something interesting. So let's see. Mm, so first we can go with the every. So my expectation is, the question is whether we got passed in all the subjects. That is important question. So always just focus on the question, then only conclude which method is useful for us. So whether we passed in all the subjects. So at the time, so simple constant is passed, and what we can do, marks dot every. So item arrow item greater than 35. Suppose if you got more than 35, greater than or equal, even if you got 35 also we got passed, right? So if we got greater than or equal to 35 marks on each and every subject, everything should be true, then only it will return true. So luckily I got all the pass marks in all the subjects, so hopefully it will return true. This is very simple. So what we can say here, so I'm just giving the results with the every is passed. Fantastic. So just refreshed. Yeah, we got the result as true. That means, yeah, it will check on each and every item. I'm just repeating multiple times because whenever we are going to deal with a sum, naturally we will get some confusion. That's why I'm saying. So it will execute the condition on each and every item, and it will hold the results. And if everything is true, then only it will return true. Even one thing is not going to pass, then it will result a failure. So if you see, I'm just giving 22, okay, 22 marks in mathematics. So it will check all the subjects. If this condition got failed in one subject, automatically it will return false. So if you see, of course it will check all the things, and then only it will conclude whether we got the correct results or not. So by mistake I've got failed. So hopefully you guys understood now. So I'm just putting again back to 99. And suppose if you see, what is the use of sum? Okay, what is the use of sum? So what sum will do now, if we give a condition, it will start executing on each and every item, and if it got the result, if it got past at least one subject or one item, then it will stop executing and it will return true. Okay, what's it? Suppose here the question is whether we passed in all the subjects. Every is the perfect one. Suppose sometimes, if the question is, okay, Raghu, did you passed at least one subject. Suppose if someone asks that, because sometimes people don't have a confidence on us, right? So they will ask that, whether you are able to pass one subject or not. If you pass one subject, I will give a gift or something, right? Like sometimes it will happen. So in that situation, we no need to execute the condition on each and every item, right? Suppose if you got passed in one subject, yes, the our the question we got the result. Okay, we got the output. So, but that's why I'm saying here something. It's really simply confusing things, but we need to understand which method we need to use at what time. That is the most important thing. So here I'm putting the same condition greater than item greater than or equal to 35. So what it will do, it will, because if you see I'm just putting 22 here and 33 here. That means I got failed in two subjects. But what sum will do, it will check first item. Okay, first item got greater than 35. So he's very happy. We got passed in one subject. That is the question, right? If you got passed in one subject, you will get the gift. So that is enough so that it will return true. Console.log sum. Okay, result. You got the, because even though, because if you see every subject I already failed because I got less than 35 marks in two subjects. That's why every is giving a false, but some is giving true because some will be happy if you got passed in one subject. That means if this condition satisfied on at least one array item, it will return a true. But actually this normally in we can't use in this kind of situations. But when sum is going to be very useful. So if you see, normally we don't happy when you got passed in one subject. But the thing is, we can decide that if you got less than 35 marks in at least one subject, we can conclude that we got failed, right? In that year. So we should use this in a this situation. So here, simple, uh, passed or fail. Okay, pass or fail. So if you see, this is going to be very simple. So I'm giving less than 35. Okay, what it will do, it will try to check on each and every item. Suppose if you got less than 35 marks in index number 2, it will conclude that you got failed, right? Simple. So if you want to get pass, that means this condition should fail in all the situations. So that means if you got pass marks in all the subjects, then only it will return true. Otherwise, if you failed in one subject, it will conclude that we also conclude if you got failed in first subject, that's conclude that we got failed. So that's why this is very useful in this situation. So if you see, every will return true if this condition got true in all the array items. But some, if you got, it will execute on each and every item, and if at least one item satisfied, then it will stop executing and it will return true. Okay, so just use these things wisely. So if you do practice, then it's going to be very easy. So whenever you can say that pass or fail, so it's better. We can check in a negative condition. So if we got less than 35 marks in at least one subject, then we can conclude that we got failed. We don't need to check other subject details. So fantastic. So if you see, the pass or fail. So yes, here true means failed, because if you see, item less than or equal to 35 means, okay, if we got less than 35 marks in one subject, we can conclude that we are failed. Okay, we should use in that situation. So otherwise, if I give very good marks in all the subjects, okay, so the first one will return true and the second one will return false, because second one we are trying to find out whether we got failed in at least one subject or not. So if every is giving true means everything we got passed in every subject, and definitely at the time some will give a false, because here we are using a opposite condition. Okay, please try, please do practice, then only you will understand. I hope if you understand already, fantastic, but please do practice, then only you will remember the concepts. Okay, so far we have learned a lot of array methods like push, pop, shift, unshift, and what are the things like for each, map, find, filter, and every, and sum. Okay, so of course if we keep on learning, like minimum I think 50 to 60 array methods are there. So in the next video I'm going to cover one more interesting array methods, then we can jump into um, other topics, so you can learn these things from W3 schools anywhere, a lot of even MDN. Okay, array methods in JavaScript. If you go to MDN web docs, so you will find a lot of things. So but yeah, everything is important, so but it's not possible for us to cover each and every topic. So concat, copy within, filter, flat map for each, index of last index map, reduce right, reverse, slice, sum, sort, and splice. So please follow this documentation and try to learn one array method per day. So you don't need to buy hard the things, or you don't need to try everything on a single day. So at least daily one array method is going to be very helpful. Okay, in the next video we are going to come up with index and index of and find index. Okay, there is slight difference between those three things. Once we complete that, we are going to enter into the super important concepts. Okay, okay, wait for a few more hours. Bye bye.